this one is an all dungeons key sanity with Uncle Assured, and they're off already.
Yeah, so we're going to be running through the escape sequence. We'll be getting our freed sword from Uncle. No idea where these keys are. We're going to be searching high and low for all of these things. And with all dungeons, we're going to need a lot of them.
Yeah, key sanity already, having you go all over the place looking for those keys, but with all dungeons, you're going to want a lot more keys than you usually would with just to defeat Ganondorf. I think the Uncle Assured sword is a nice touch to at least guarantee a little bit of safety.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the sword start. Sure, other items are cool and can, unlock things like the hammer. That's actually pretty significant, or the bow. That's really useful to find right off the bat. But I mean, a sword, it kind of lowers variance. I feel. Is that? I feel. I don't know. I'd say it promotes like better execution, but I suppose some of the better weapons could also do that as well. I don't know. I just like the sword personally.
Yeah, I think it's also just kind of what you're used to, right? Because that's what it always used to be before we got that nice little change.
Mm-hmm. We did see the flippers right off the bat here, so that'll be interesting. As soon as we get done with South Shore, the mini Moldorm Cave, we'll be able to check a bunch of extra stuff here. Maybe end up orphaning the Ice Shroud Cave.
Oh boy.
Quizbowl gets a nice early bomb there, and a nice early Canis Mario right there as well. Two very useful items already.
Yeah, finding some progression items right out the gate here. Not quite sure how much we're gonna need the flippers, but I'm always assuming if you find them this early, you're gonna need them at some place.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm under the assumption that the earlier you get something, the more useful it's going to be in unlocking other items. It might just be a little bit of bias, but that's how I've just kind of dealt with it. Alright, we do get the Hyrule Castle small key. That is guaranteed. You will actually always have to have that because of key lock situations, of course. So you will have to find that before getting to the middle of the sewers where there is a locked door there. If you didn't have that, you might be out of luck.
Okay, here we go. The ball and chain guard. That big key is also guaranteed here.
Wow.
Oh man, early book.
Already some pretty useful stuff. Quizbowl going for the slightly slower 2-pot strat. It's a lot safer though. If you're not confident in getting your 4 or 8 slashes in, you might as well do that.
Yeah, I like those pots. Refill some heart refills under them too, in case you got hit somewhere on the way. They're pretty good.
I'm much better with the 1-pot 4 slashes than I am with the just 8 slashes. I don't know. I feel like it's way too easy to clink on that ball and chain for me.
I agree. Okay, so we're almost back up to the ground floor of the castle here, making our way to the throne room, I guess.
Surely we found all the useful items already, right? There can't be anything else.
Yeah, I think mainly what they want now are bombs, probably.
Oh yeah, that's true. We'll see some extra enemy killing here, I think, coming in the sewers. Jim still needs a bomb. Quizbowl has the one that he needs, but Jim will still need the elusive 1 bomb, which I think Quizbowl got really early.
Yeah, I think he's had his bomb for a while. On the other hand, Jam did stop really quick to pick up that big 20 that an enemy dropped, so he has enough money for buying bombs in case he needs it in Kakariko.
Yeah, that's true. With any luck. Oh. I don't know, I like all these snakes, but no luck.
Oh, that full magic refill might have been interesting, but...
Oh, that works.
Okay.
Not gonna sneeze at 8 bombs. Well, now I wonder if Quizbowl's gonna get that 8 drop because he has the one he needs already.
No, it doesn't look like he's stopping for anything, so... Oh, this could put Quizbowl in an interesting situation where he uses his one bomb here and then doesn't have enough money for the shop to buy more.
Oh, well.
Never mind.
Yep, that'll be fine. And the glove, so you can get back here quickly. Oh, wait. Well, that's a funny place to find the glove, because you don't want to have to go back through the thing. Quizbowl's gonna be really happy he found that one bomb.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah, if those guys hadn't found the glove here, or rather any bombs to get to the back here to get the glove, that would have been pretty ugly.
Yeah. And one of 4 Turtle Rock small keys in just the sanctuary. It'd be nice to get those out of the way. Turtle Rock is one of those dungeons where it almost feels like a pretty high probability that you're going to be able to go in there and not have enough keys, so finding those is really good.
Definitely up there on the priority.
Especially with all dungeons, we're gonna need to find at least 3 of them to get to Trinex.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, might see a little bit of interesting routing here if they decide to go check the pedestal right away. Looks, with Jim coming up here first, I don't think he's going to be doing that, but hey, hookshot's pretty nice.
Yeah, that hookshot is a nice find. I mean, they've really gotten a bunch of pretty good items considering they're only 7 minutes in.
Yeah, I'll say.
There's our first little dud.
With this setup, I'm almost expecting us to go, ooh, is that a big key? That's a big key. Ooh. So that's interesting. Oh, man. I mean, they're going to have to do Aghanim 1 anyway, right? So it's not really that big a deal. But it's just that there's a couple near useless big keys. And it'd be interesting if that happens to be one of them.
And Jem didn't even bother checking the lumberjack, so he doesn't know there's a big key up there. He's probably thinking, all right, I gotta find the boots first. I gotta find all those keys for Aga Tower first.
Yeah, and I can definitely understand that. I am also in that line of thinking. There's not much need to go do that. So our big key to Hera is our first one we find here.
Single arrow.
Pretty funny. If we wanted to, we could just go right up to East F Mountain if we felt like it. I don't know about that, but it's something we could do.
Yeah, would be a sequence break, but could work out maybe. I'm assuming both of these guys are going to go with the South Shore first.
Yeah, especially with the flippers in hand, I could, definitely see no one putting that off. You want to go down there and get those free flipper checks as well. Probably won't have enough for Zora by the time you get down there, probably. Might get some lucky 300s, but we'll see. But I still think it's worthwhile to go down there and check all the flip spots even without Zora.
Yeah, I mean, the Waterfall of Wishing, you can check the Zora Ledge, you can go to Hobo. There's a couple of things there that are totally worth checking, and pretty much right around the corner if you're already doing Mini Moldon Cave.
I do enjoy how we found both the single arrow and both single rupees already. That's pretty great, actually.
Yeah, at least we got that out of the way. Oh, and there's a small key to Swamp Palace. That's usually a pretty important one.
Yeah, that's a good one to find here. Hey, having the hookshot and the flippers already, who knows? Maybe Swamp Palace is going to be an earlier than later check. Alright, so no bottles yet. We're going to have to lay off the sick kid for now, let him rest. But we'll be back here.
coming up on the second boots lock location for an item here. Just a couple bombs.
Jim is deciding to go right for the race game. I think in Key Sanity this makes a whole lot of sense because it's highly likely that there's going to be a key over here. Even if it's just a map, that's still slightly useful information. Maybe not in all dungeons as much, but still it's you know, it's fine. I think he debated, he like stopped for a second there and then hit continue before bringing it back up again. Do I really want that? Nah, it's all dungeons. I can just talk to the NPCs to see what the important ones are.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think he was thinking about it for a second, but then realized that he's playing all dungeons, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I could see the benefit because it's entirely possible for keys to finish up pendant dungeons can be in Ganon's Tower, and it'd be nice to know what those pendant dungeons are, but I don't feel like it's that important. By the time you can enter Ganon's Tower, I mean, you already know what all the pendants are, right? Because you have all the crystals.
Yeah, that makes sense. Get our hammer here in the dam. The good items continue.
Now that sequence up Death Mountain might look a little more attractive now that we can get all the way around to Hera. And we have the big key even to go up and fight Moldorm if we really wanted to.
Yeah, Hera's looking good. And as you were saying, Swamp looking interesting too. I mean, we probably still want the Moon Pearl before we go in there. But at this rate, can't be too far off.
Oh, here it comes, right in the mini Moldorm Cave. Oh, Jim. Oh, you can actually squeeze up the top there if you hit your directions in the correct sequence. Okay, well, there's our there's our Death Mountain access.
Okay, that works.
Man, I would be so tempted to save and quit. Okay, yeah, that's what he's gonna do. Go activate that flute and just fly down to Ice Rod Cave. There's no reason to walk.
Yeah, there really isn't. You want to activate that flute sooner rather than later. And as soon as it's activated, you can get pretty much everywhere you want to.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Jim decides to, or if I guess either player decides to go kind of finish off the Ice Rod Cave and the flipper checks, in case they find, like, the myths to do something else on Death Mountain. I'm not sure. I guess they would need to move Pearl as well.
Yeah, it's a good question. I was thinking about that as well. I'm curious to see if Jem just decides to flute right up to Death Mountain and go there, or if he's gonna go to 8 and then finish up the flipper checks.
So someone asking in chat about the parameters. In this stage, in the group stages here, the races are determined by the racers. So each player races 3 times against every other racer in the group. For the first race, the higher seed player picks the settings. For the second race, the lower seeded player picks the settings, and then it's randomized for the third race, with each player giving a veto to a specific mode. Skull Woods is our green pendant today. I was hoping that was the map. Yeah, I was hoping that was the map to Skull Woods.
Yeah, it would have been nice. I think it's interesting that Jim wanted to check out Sahasrama first. I can totally see why. 3 easy and early items that you can get. All you need is the boots, essentially. But it looked like he wanted to stop there before going up to Death Mountain, which made Quizbowl kind of catch up. I mean, he's missing those 3 checks and the information where the green pendant is.
Yeah, it's really hard to put off Sahasrama, in my opinion. It's just... those are 3 really fast items, and they're always available from the start. And I can't speak for everyone else, but whenever I'm missing an item in a seed, it's usually something that I've had access to for a really long time. So it kind of feels like there's, it feels like a good place to check. Maybe not dip all the way into Eastern Palace, but I think that's good enough. The
Oh,
Desert
man.
Small Key. Well, the Desert Small Key is pretty nice considering we had the book already. And here's our first real actual divergence here. Jim's gonna go finish up Ice Rod Cave here. Perhaps even, oh gosh, take 7 the crab, and perhaps even check out the flipper things. Oh, Tris
Oh,
escaping the
God.
water! Oh no. Escapes in the water, but takes a peck, and now only down to half a heart, but I think we'll be okay
Oh,
here.
that last crab. Okay, good. We made it. Alright, we see a red rupee up on Spectacle Rock. 50 rupees in Ice Rod Cave, and we're gonna find out what's in Spectacle Rock Cave as well as the hint that's there.
I very rarely see people actually go into Spectral Rock to check this item now with the inclusion of the hint. Even when they're useless hints like that, I guess.
Oh, unfortunate fall there for Quizbowl.
Looks like Jim will be cashing in all of the flipper stuff before deciding to go up and commit to Death Mountain, which I think makes sense. You can find a couple things to unlock some things in East Death Mountain, I suppose. Maybe the Master Sword would give us Ether Tablet, and I guess the Mitts and the Moon Pearl would give us the entirety of East Death Mountain. That'd be really nice.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping for that or thinking about that. If he does find the Moon Pearl and the Mitts up there, he can, you know, he's running the risk of just kind of leaving these items behind for a long time. Well, it looks like we're going in the desert with that small key that we just found.
Yeah, the small key was locked behind the lamp, so we know the lamp won't be over here. But, who knows? It could be anything. Except the lamp.
At the very least, we'll also get information on anything being on the torch here, which, you know, it's obviously not going to be boots luck necessarily, especially not in Key Sanity. But there might be something on the torch either way.
Quizbowl did indeed find the Moon Pearl in the lower half of the Paradox Cave, and we do see a big key on the torch. Maybe it's the Desert Big Key. That'd be pretty funny.
Oh man. So we do have a big key here up on the torch, which might be required. We don't quite know yet, but that's a second big key that requires the boots.
Remember when we said that if they found the Mitts and the Moon Pearl, they could do East Death Mountain in its entirety? Well, funny we should think that, because that is exactly what Quizbowl found. The Mitts and the Moon Pearl. Now I'm going to be able to do significant more stuff over here, but without the mirror, needs to route it pretty effectively.
Jim finding enough money for Zora now, as well as an Ice Palace small key.
Yeah, I guess skipping out on checking the waterfall right now paid off in that sense. I mean, I'll be able to go all the way to Zora in that case.
Yeah, he's going to throw in the Agina check here, just to make sure not to leave anything behind.
Quizbowl will go clear out Hera, except the basement. We don't have the key, nor do we have fire. However, I think after this, we're going to hop down into Spiral Cave, and then we will check that East Death Mountain. That's not a bad find, fairy in a bottle.
Yeah, considering how, you know, equipment-wise, how they're not super greatly equipped yet, and very close, or in Quizbowl's case, already do have their Dark World access. You know, fairy in a bottle, never hurts.
Quizbowl did check out the Ether Tablet, and that is where our silver arrows are. So that'll be really easy to pick up right before hopping into Ganon's Tower.
Ooh. Speaking of Ganon's Tower.
More keys. That's a pretty mediocre hint, but it's not a completely useless one.
Yeah.
Unique item in pod, but it's difficult to go into pod without enough small keys to finish it all, so we'll see how long it actually takes us to find that.
Yeah, so far we've been pretty dry on the pod small keys. There's a bug net on Zora's Ledge. I'm not sure we're gonna be seeing that being picked up.
If it was swordless, maybe, but I don't think we're going to in this mode.
Alright, Zora is getting pretty much all of Gem's money here.
Oh yeah, I only got 19 left over. Well, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Ooh.
We have 24 now.
Nope. Not even gonna dignify that by picking it up.
There's the Hera small key. In Hera. Okay.
Ganon's Tower key. Okay, that's not the big key, right?
No, that wouldn't be the big key. That is just a normal small key. I think we will not be seeing the big bomb from Quizbowl. And probably Gem as well, considering we are going up to Hera next. Alright, Quiz is heading up to Moldorm. Only has 3 hearts, so that's only 3 hits away from death. And I don't know, I'd probably... Oh wait, never mind, all these pots are open. Aha, he hit the switch to open the pots. Good idea.
Very nice.
Whoa. That was kind of close there. Whoa, Quiz running around.
Oh no! In the
Oh,
middle
no.
hole as well.
Getting off this merry-go-round. Going down. Oh well. Nothing much you can do. Just get back up there and try again.
At least he's got a couple more hearts that he can refill with, so that shouldn't be too bad. Just annoying that you have to restart the fight completely, and if you fall down the middle hole, you also have to walk up 2 flights of stairs instead of just 1.
Yeah, that is kind of dumb.
Oh man, that Moldorm.
Oh,
He has it out for Quizbowl today.
it really does, yeah. Hitting that switch was a good idea. Quiz would be out of hearts by now. Alright, round 3. This is the one.
And Gem also picking up his mitts and his moon pearl. Alright, Quizbowl.
Sure, that works.
Takes him out.
Right in the forehead. Get out of here, dude.
Boom, that's our first crystal here. 23 minutes in.
That's a pretty good time for Key Sanity first crystal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we really got everything we needed for Hera right on the way, pretty much.
Alright. Spiral Cave, Dark Death Mountain. Got it. It's in our sights. And then... what? I would love to check out the Mire Shed about now. And then actually get into the meat of Village of Outcasts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people that really likes checking out the Mire Shed as soon as they can, even if, like, you can't do anything else. Like, no mirror, no medallion. We can't really do anything else down there, but I really like the Mire Shed.
I mean, it's 2 items, you never know.
Yo, that was worth it. Spiral Cave holding out on us. Got a Castle Tower small key, one of the 2 that we will need.
Mm-hmm, very nice.
Quizbowl taking the lower portal down here. We can use the upper one if we wanted to, but without a medallion to open up Turtle Rock, there's really no point. What would be funny here is if we actually found the medallion for Turtle Rock here in Hookshot Cave or so. Because they have Samaria, they can get in there.
Yeah, theoretically.
Yeah, but without that mirror, though, that's kind of a long haul to get back. Probably not.
Very nice spin set up there from Gem, picking up a couple of bombs. Probably not what he was looking for.
Quiz.
Gem. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, Quiz just picked up 300 rupee drop, so might be having some Zora in his future soon.
I was just going to say that Gem has not yet checked the Ether tablet, as far as I'm aware, so he doesn't know about the silvers yet.
Oh, that's fine. We'll check it on the way out, I'm sure. Maybe hoping for a Master Sword in here, so it would be just a single trip regardless.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure if I see him going back to the left if he wants to head to the right. Needs to be very careful with his hearts here, though.
Yeah.
He does have that fairy, but, you know.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. Okay, it's much less stressful now. So we did see Turtle Rock was the Ether Medallion. We got a Turtle Rock Small and a Pod Small in the Hookshot Cave and the mirror. All right.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, I guess our good item streak sort of continues. The mirror pretty good. Equipment-wise, we're still a little, you know.
I like the mirror, especially before getting over to the pod area. Or I'm sorry, the Village of Outcasts area. Yeah, there's a lot of mirror stuff very close to that location, so that's actually a really good find. Looks like Jim will be finding it as well. And Quiz is actually going into the Spike Cave here. Doesn't have a whole lot of health, but has the Cane of Burna, which is sufficient to do this without any other magic extension.
Yeah, should be fine here.
Oh, but he got caught on that torch. This is going to be close. He might take a hit. No, we're fine. What am I talking about?
Oh, okay.
I got really excited seeing that big key.
Could have been anything great. I mean, we've seen a couple of big keys already that we probably won't be getting for a while, it looks like, but that one we could get right away, and turns out it's Skullwoods.
Well, at least he doesn't have to go back into Skullwoods to open it later. The first trip in there will be enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, who knows? It might still be required. We don't know before we get there. Quizbowl gonna be finishing up what Jim had done just earlier. We'll be able to grab his 5 rupees from Zora as well. So Jim ascends Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, I think Gem will probably also head right into Spike Cave just, you know, to get it out of the way.
There's really no better time to do it unless you're like checking Hera Basement and want to do it after that for some reason. I don't know. So, never mind.
Okay.
Well,
Nope.
no, I'm thinking about the big key we saw on the Desert Torch, and there's also a big key on the Lumberjack Ledge, so Boots unlocked 2 big keys. And with that Skull Woods one we just found, it's highly likely we're going to need one of those.
Yeah, we'll definitely need at least one of them, or as you said, highly likely we'll need at least one of them.
Right.
We might be needing both of them.
If they happen to be like Ice Palace and Swamp big keys, that'd be the only way we could possibly skip them. Quizbowl's heading into pod, it looks like. We'll be able to check pod and eastern, but without the bow, won't be able to clear any of them. I guess we're missing some keys as well for pod.
He's also not been to Sahasrara yet, I believe, so with the mirror now, he might have that in mind as well, finding out where the green pendant is and checking those 3 items. Or...
As long... Oh, well.
Uh-oh.
Probably was not planned. Alright, round 2. I wasn't sure where he was going. Maybe we wanted to check out the pyramid item before pod. I don't know, that seems like a really long haul to get all the way over there. But it's gonna be trying it again, whatever it was, so let's take a look. Jim heading down to check out the Meyer shed.
Yep, thinking like you are, apparently.
Be able to check out the Meyer medallion as well. Information very important. We do know we need Ether for Turtle Rock, but we also need Quake for Meyer.
Alright, so we need 2 of our medallions for sure, not the same medallion today, unfortunately for these guys.
I don't know, I'd be highly thinking Swamp Palace right now. Having that small key already. Without the big key though, it's only slightly gambly. I don't know. But
yeah, the thing is at this point, you know, with those 2 big keys in boots lock locations, what do, you know? Kind of have to figure out where the boots are, I guess, at least.
Right. There's the cave. I'm not sure if we're going to need that or not. We still haven't been to the Village Outcast area. It seems like a highly likely place to go. There's a huge amount of items over in that area. Quizbowl might be actually looping around to check that after dipping up the catfish. Oh yeah, Jim did find that one bottle at the sick kid, or I'm sorry, at the at Agnes cave.
Oh, very true. Well,
was it worth? I don't know. Probably not. Fairy might come in handy though.
It might. I mean, at least the fairy is good. The shield, meh. We are also getting the catfish check here from Quizbowl, so let's see what we can grab from here. Gonna combine that with his Zora check, thanks to the mirror.
Oh man, it's always a good feeling if you go to Catfish and he actually has something, because, oh, it's so out of the way, it feels like.
Yeah, if you can combine it, it feels really good. And then if you also get an item from Catfish and then from the Zora area as well, it's like the best feeling ever.
I didn't know where Jim threw that bomb at the Hype Cave entrance, I didn't know it actually went far enough to blow open the wall. That's really nice.
There's that pod small key.
Wow, despite this being key sanity, not really much use here. The pod small key's nice and all, but still only 2. Only 2 would probably keep me out for a little bit, I think. Ooh, I think we're going to swamp.
I think that swamp play is really... I mean, the flippers were pretty much the first item we got, and then the hookshot was in the Lost Woods, and we just picked up the mirror. We do have the hammer and that small key. What could go wrong?
Yeah, there's got to be something in here. It'd be pretty awesome if, like, the Thieves Town Big Key was in here or something. Maybe the Fire Rod, you go find Mothula before even stepping foot in the village area.
Yeah, that Village of Outcasts is still, you know, on the table for both of our runners.
It's usually such an early check for any mode, but here we are 35 minutes in, we still haven't seen it yet. Quizbowl about to get the disappointment as well, and I hope hop right back into swamp here. You just gotta think this is correct. I mean, but it's randomizer. We'll see what happens. Maybe it's just gonna laugh at us.
Okay, that's our second key for Aga Tower, so that's important for sure.
Yeah, we will need to do that. I'm glad both those keys were very easily accessible. We still need to find the lamp before doing that.
Mm-hmm.
For the logic, of course. I don't know if... I can't... It's really hard to see people... It's really rare to see people do Dark Aghanim's Tower.
I mean, it's also hard to see them doing it.
It is. It is pretty hard. Okay, I was right the first time.
Alright, Quizbowl is going into swamp.
Nice. Yeah, there's really no reason to be doing it now anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, even with the lamp, if they should find it, do you think there's a reason to go in there? I mean, the two chests could have items, but other than that, what does doing Aghanim help them right now?
Yeah, it is pretty slightly out of the way as well, right? Because just walking all the way up there, I mean, you could combine it with the pyramid check easily enough.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think we'll see the runners skip the left side of swamp. It's way too early in the seed to make that decision.
Yeah, I don't really see that either. Looks like Gem's already on his way up there. Finding the castle tower map as well. I mean, not that anyone is looking for that ever.
Having the dinky sword here, you actually have to use something else to hit the switch, because it does the fighter sword doesn't go far enough to actually hit it from the right side across the barrier.
Yep, Zelda proving that size does matter. Alright, no key flooding going on.
Oh, missed a couple frames there on the push.
Going too fast for zone good.
There we go. Alright, I'm gonna be a little bit before we get into the meat of Swamp Palace. There's so many items in Swamp Palace, but most of them I feel are like in the later half. And it just takes a long time to get over there, especially when you're doing left side first.
Yeah, it's really quite the annoying place to get to, which is why so many people like skipping it, but as you were saying, it's just, I don't know, it's just way too early in the seed. We need too many keys and items still to just be leaving stuff like this behind.
Starting to run a little bit low on hearts here, but actually the later half of the dungeon does have a decent amount of hearts under pots as well, so even that's not really a concern. Well, that figures.
Of course.
All the stuff we gotta find, none of it's on the left side. That's fine. I still think it was the right decision.
Yeah, I agree.
Quizbowl not having the boomerang that Jimmy does. It's gonna have to use bombs to open this up. I guess you can use Samaria and just chuck the blocks over.
Yeah, that could work. He's gonna have to use Samaria or use another bomb, which puts him down to one bomb only. Not really a huge problem, but with the upgrades now being at the Lake Hylia ferry instead of just out in the world, it's a lot easier to run out of bombs.
Yeah, that's true. It's easy to run out, but it's pretty easy to restock, in my opinion, just because all the old bomb upgrades are now actual bombs.
Yeah, that's very true.
And I suppose, oh my god, Jim has half a heart left, but there are two in this next room. Might be using the hookshot trick to try to double up on some of them. Yo, it does get it. And gets the Quake Medallion.
And,
ooh.
Okay, we're getting there.
That is access to Misery Mire if we so wanted to go in there. No big key and no fire source yet. I'd be a little skeptical, but the option is there.
Mm-hmm.
Use 2 more hearts in these left 2 pots. Yeah. So we still have to green mail fighter sword Argus, but so it might be a little iffy, but we'll see how it goes here. It does end up skipping that fairy drop we had right there, so he's probably confident enough with this amount of health.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. He decides to go for gets hit unfortunately. Decides to go for the fighter sword spins, which they work just nice because of the double hits that we get from them.
Uh-oh. Jim has a fairy though, right? Yeah. Okay, so this isn't nearly as scary as it might look. It'd be nice to be able to save it though.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to care all that much, it looks like, but we'll see.
Oh, that puff got back to Argus just as the second spin of the fighter sword was about to hit, so it didn't take 2 hits.
Yeah, this is also a lot harder than Gem is making it look, and even though he's not, getting it perfectly, it's still much better than I could do for sure, at least.
Yeah, pulling 2 of those puffs at the same time to hit them with the same spin is actually still pretty difficult. It's really easy to, like, poke the first one with your sword and not have enough time. Like, you don't have enough time. You have to, like, hook in the middle of your poke animation. Well...
Okay. Getting more bottles with more stuff in it.
Yeah, Quake and the Desert Big Key is what we found down here. I would be really tempted to go back into Desert, but it's still with that big key on the torch. We know we'll have to come back another time, most likely.
And plus, you really want a fire source to get into Desert, right? At least into the rest of it.
Yeah, there's really not much we can do, actually. We'll be able to check the big chest, and that's it. Because we can't actually get to the boss without fire.
We're getting a tablet check here, so we're gonna know what's on both of these. Just couch cash. I'm really curious to see if anyone is gonna skip those silvers. I'm guessing if anyone is gonna skip them, it might be Gem, but they're so close again and Sour.
Yeah, it probably still saves time, even just to mirror and go grab them. I don't imagine they'll skip it.
Yeah, probably. At least if it's a timeless, it's not a very big one at all.
Especially if they never find the tempered sword or anything.
Yeah, it's probably highly gonna depend on which sword they end up with.
Ooh, there's another big key. Quizbowl's taking an emergency door here. I actually don't even know what's over here.
I think there's a couple of hearts under there. And other resources, apparently. Yeah, a little bit of everything.
2 pots of everything. Wow, I didn't know that. Nice. Of course, the hearts are the very last ones. So we had the Turtle Rock big key from the Grove Ledge right over there. Another and very important big key to have.
At this point, we're really kind of narrowing it down as far as big keys goes, with the one that's on the Desert Torch and the one that's on the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, we found a lot of big keys, huh? About half of them, I suppose.
We're still missing Pod. We're missing Swamp. We're missing Thieves Town, IP, and Misery Mire. For IP, we don't necessarily need them, I suppose.
Quizbowl using the hammer strats. Man, that was a lot of digs for just 5 rupees. Oh, not even going to be able to escape in time. Okay, we did it.
Okay, we barely did it. Quizbowl almost done with the menu boss here. Oh, just missing that puff. Now it's on the other side. There we go.
Having the mitts and the mirror, Jim gonna be saving the frog before checking out, like, probably most of Thieves Town, which is a little funny. just considering how all this is happening. It's the strange routing that this Village of Outcast area is just so late.
Yeah, I can't believe we finally made it here.
Oh, geez, Quiz taking a bump from Argus right before. It doesn't have any bottles, no safeties, except Burna, but Burna's not going to do anything.
Switching off to the
Unless,
spins.
like,
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you can't spin with Burn active, so it was kind of just like an emergency situation, I think. Let's get a bottle for his trouble. Jim finding another map inside the Peg Cave. Wasn't interested in that. If you're not going to grab the one race game, you're not going to grab that one. Not going to grab any of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's all dungeons. We'll figure it out when we need to. Oh, I suppose we have the big red bomb hint too, right? So that even it devalues the red crystals even more.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I guess they don't really care too much about the red crystals at all. They know they have to do everything, and by the time you can finish up all the dungeons, you're probably not too worried about Pyramid Fairy.
Purple chest before, like, Sea House or race game. Yeah, with the flight point back in the mitts, it's a really quick check to get back, so it's no problem. I don't see much of a point in going to Skull Woods quite yet, so we'll likely see the dip in Thieves Town first. Just checking the first 4 and mirroring out, just getting all the rest of the stuff. Maybe even a loop up to the graveyard ledge before Skull Woods, I'm thinking.
Yeah, might be a good idea. Have to see what you can find. The chest game here. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you, dude. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say that the chess game wasn't too great. Not, not really the most.
We do have the cave to give us a little more incentive to go up to the north, is what I'm thinking here. Quizbowl deciding to hop right into Skull Woods, though. Gets a Meyer small key, I think that was. Jim finds the patter. There's yet another check we can do here in town.
Alright, off to Thieves Town. We really don't have anything for in here.
Quizbowl not having the boomerang, not going to be able to stun these Gibdos. Takes a little bit of a beating from those at the guaranteed key chest. We do have the big key, so we'll be able to check to see what this is. This was this in Spike Cave?
No, I think Spike Cave was something else.
Was it? Okay.
Well.
Oh well.
At least we've got it out of the way.
A map of Hera, of course, a map of a dungeon we've already does. Oh man, chat is saying it wasn't Spike Cave. Alright, I feel even better now.
Oh really? Okay.
Good thing we found both maps of the dungeons we've already cleared. That's great.
Well, at least now we can be sure.
We're gonna be checking out the powders. Quizbowl takes a death to get some health back, I think. It's gonna have to leave the dungeon though. Ran out of things to check here.
Yeah, unless he wants to go and check the pedestal or read the pedestal. Alright, let's see.
Oh!
Ooh, okay. We'll take that.
That's a good one. I don't think Quiz is gonna miss that with that powder being in town.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty convenient location. At least it's not going to end up being a big hunt for the Ganon's Tower big key at the very end there. Less likely with all dungeons, I would assume, but still.
Yeah, we'll likely find the hint for it too. There's always a hint for the GT Big Key in Key Sanity, so it's highly probable we'll find that. There's Bombos.
Mm-hmm.
That's that's Ice Palace access, huh?
Yeah, true. I was just gonna say the only medallion that we don't really need, but it is Ice Palace access, so...
You know, without that Fire Rod, that's the only thing Bombos really can do. Quiz checking out the Graveyard Ledge and finds a small key. 2-pod.
You know, that's kind of an important one with how little pod small keys we've found so far.
Yeah, only 3 so far it looks like. We do know there's a unique item in pod, so it still feels pretty important to want to jump in there, but man, having the rest of the stuff, you know, there's a lot of other stuff we can do looking for the stuff that will get us all in the pod, but who knows. Jim not having a Skullwood small key is, I think, taking the better decision of coming up to check this chest first. That way you don't have to deal with the holes in the room to the south, because normally, in the normal game, one of these is expected to be a small key, but in Key Sanity, not so much. So it makes sense to do that room that way.
Yeah, just a little bit of optimization there. Quizbowl now finishing up his Village of Outcasts. Already picked up the Bombos medallion. He's also now found a bottle. I'm not sure if he's mirrored back to the sick kid yet. He might be thinking of checking it later.
It's hard to do that when you have all this stuff you want to run around and do right here.
Mm-hmm. Alright, now Gem gonna be getting everything he can out of Skull Woods, which was, you know, not a whole lot of great stuff.
Yep, I'm gonna be heading over to the Graveyard Ledge. If he's walking out of here, that's really the only place he's probably gonna go. Has Jim done the catfish yet, or was that just Quiz?
I think that was just Quiz. I'm guessing Gem... Well, Gem does have the cave, so he'll be checking Bumper Cave, which I don't think Quizbowl has checked.
So Jim might also just loop around here to catfish then and head down to the pyramid, perhaps? I don't know.
Possibly.
It's pretty far, but maybe.
With Mirror and Flute, I feel like he might just save and quit. We'll have to see what he does. He's gonna be checking Graveyard Ledge for sure. And that's pretty much the last thing he has here, unless, as you say, he wants to continue on over to Catfish.
I think it'd be pretty interesting if you were to go check Catfish, go down to Pyramid. You could then mirror and finish Aghanim's Tower, but we don't have a fire source yet. That would actually be really good if we had the lamp, but we don't have it. And then you can mosey on over to Pod to see what you can do.
I mean, Gem could just make his way to Pod right now with the third key. He does have a bottle with blue goo, so he could potion glitch the Bollock section.
Alright, Jim taking the mirror portal there. It does seem like he's going to go all the way to Catfish. This Quiz is about to dig a bunch to find a whole lot of nothing.
And it's going to be a whole lot of digs as well. 29 if I remember correctly.
Oh, goodness. So many.
It doesn't stop, and it's so not worth it. And he gets the annoying text box when you don't make it out of time. Alright, Jim, what are we doing after this disappointment of a catfish?
going
Okay, we're
down.
walking back.
Whoops.
Oh no.
Quiz is going to be doing the blacksmith stuff, which means that I assume you'll also get the Ganon's Tower Big Cube here very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be surprised if he doesn't check powder while he's right here.
Yeah, right before fluting down to turn in the purple chest. And then what? Gee, that's a good question. I still like Ice Palace and Mire, but the unique item in Pod makes me like Pod too. I like all three of those decisions right now, so I can't... all of them are good to me.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. I mean, I really don't know. I think I might go to Ice Palace, even though I think a hammer cold stare isn't really something that I want to do. But
Ooh, is Jim doing Aghanim's Tower in the dark? Maybe either doing it in the dark or just checking for the items inside. We'll see.
Well, looks like he's definitely going in. I wouldn't be surprised if he's just checking for items, but we'll have to see.
This would be a funny place to find the lamp here in this first chest coming up.
Okay, Quizbowl picking up his GT bit key. Alright, that's a heart.
We're going through. Let's see if we can see what this item is. It's arrows, okay.
Oh, okay. And that's enough.
Yep, that's fine. That's fast enough to just check.
Of course.
Is interested in going to Pod right now, okay.
Yeah, I don't blame him with that potion in hand. I think that's a good idea. I mean, as you were saying, there's plenty of other options, but that unique item.
That Bombus really makes me like ice, but that Quake really makes me like Mire right now. Oh, it's so difficult to say. I'm not sure what I would do. I would probably take one of those before Pod, because I don't like going into Pod a second time, but you might have to go into all those dungeons a second time, right? I don't know.
Yeah, especially in Key Sanity, you just never know. As I was saying earlier, I'd probably go to Ice Palace begrudgingly, but I would.
And who knows, that first item could just be... I don't know, we'll find the boots in the first chest here, or maybe it's just the bow. At least with the mirror, the routing won't be completely awful.
Alright, let's see what we got with the compass already found. We will know how many checks we have made. 14 it is.
Nice.
Okay.
That's
definitely
fine.
something we need.
Yeah, we will need that eventually. Not so hot right now, especially because it's the ice rod, I guess. But Jim does decide to use the key on the front door there. That's pretty interesting. Might be... I'm interested if this is a play to try to save keys later, like to reset and save keys, because typically you wouldn't see people open that front door if they're trying to just finish, but it is a lot faster just to go ahead and open it, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he decides to do. There's the shovel, so that makes it a little harder. And we're going to the bowlock section, I guess.
Quizbowl gonna get that nice free fairy. Jim setting up for Death Warp. Even though he has the mirror.
Wait, oh, he's using his fairy, question mark?
Does that work?
I guess it works.
Yeah, it certainly
Yep,
worked.
it sure does. Alright, better than using a blue potion, I suppose.
Yeah, I didn't know that worked. Very nice. Is Quiz going into Mire? No. Well, there's a pod key.
Okay. So we got the one that Jem used back. And I wonder if that changes his routing. Or his idea of what he wants to do here. That's an interesting strategy.
Yeah, that was pretty slick. I like that. So I think with that key, Jim will be able to do everything except fight Helmsaur, which you couldn't fight Helmsaur anyway without the big key. Almost gets to play Jingle Bells with those blue rupees. There's the fire rod.
Oh, come on, really? Both rods in here?
And it's going to finish up with the hammer Yump. And might mirror to go check the vanilla big key chest, but that would use the last key. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, he might be hoping to save that key that he has to get to the boss eventually.
One more up. There you go. Yeah, it's really difficult in this situation. Save it for later or just check out that last one. Quizbowl did end up dipping back into Desert Palace to use the big key, but only found some rupees in the big chest.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess Quizbowl hasn't even been in here yet, huh?
I don't think he has. He now finds out that there's a big key here too. Oh look, it's a big key for Swamp Palace.
It sure is.
Huh, what do you do with that?
Alright, Jim is saving the key. Well, we did get the shovel out of there.
Yeah, that's one spot.
But Jim is going to go fight Mothula, I believe.
Yeah, I think that is definitely what he's doing. Might check pedestal as well, just, you know, to be sure. And this is at least a green pendant, so we're gonna be grabbing another item from Sahasrara, most likely.
Oh, nice. Quizbowl not going into Mire. Oh, maybe he is actually. He dodged the duck. He is now Duck Dodgers.
Oh yeah, he is going back.
Watch like just the lamp be in here. That's it.
Oh, that reminds me. Now that we have a fire source, we can theoretically also go back to Hera Basement.
Oh. Well, it won't be the lamp, but it could be something.
Alright, Meyer, here we go for Quizbowl. Jim, in the meantime, making his way to the back entrance of Skull Woods to take on Mothula. Both still with the green mail and fighter sword. I mean, they've got pretty good hearts as far as the heart count goes, but, you know, their equipment is still kind of low-key here.
Yeah. Quiz did luckily get a fairy drop right there and got almost the entire thing worth it in health, so that's pretty good. I did like how in that previous room there, Quiz used the hook shot, missed an enemy, so had to wait for the entire animation, but also got his face blasted by the BMO statue when it didn't do any damage because he had the hook shot going.
Oh
Jim
no,
getting
Gem.
bullied really bad. Doesn't have any magic left to finish this up. Oh, has a blue potion. Never mind, everything is fine.
Yeah, there we go.
Quizbowl did find the Ether Medallion. So suddenly we also have Turtle Rock access now.
Yeah, and with that fire rod from Pod. No. Ooh, finally we get a sword upgrade.
Finally a sword upgrade, holy cow. It's only been an hour and 5 minutes.
Oh, very nice hammer modula from Gem there. That was really no trouble at all.
Yep, 4 hits with the hammer. All it takes, very nice. The fight went fairly well. Moth stayed near the bottom a lot, which was pretty cool.
Going back for that last chest there.
Yeah, I'd be so tempted to check out this chest before Mothula in case it was a sword. But, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. With a mirror in hand, at least it's relatively convenient. We are getting that pedestal check. Might as well when you're right here with a mirror again in hand.
Why are not having anything it look like except ether? Well, I mean, without fire, there's really not a whole lot. Maybe Quiz will take that bait and go all the way up to Turtle Rock now to find the lamp. No. Wouldn't that be something? This whole giant chain to find just the lamp. It's happened before. I've definitely seen it. Even in Anki Sanity, there's so crazy convoluted paths just to get the lamp. That's why knowing dark rooms is so important.
Oh man.
Speaking of fetch quests.
Guess we're gonna check that out right away. Gem immediately turning the pendant and might as well turn the mushroom in as well.
Yeah, it makes sense. We've already done the powder, no real reason to keep that around. Quizbowl just now checking the back of Sahasrahla. I guess there wasn't anything too important here. Yeah, full heart. I know, on green mail I might still take that in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, if the equipment situation continues like that, Quizbowl at least has found that Master Sword, but Gem still Fighter Sword. Little Fisher Price shield and green mail.
Quizbowl's gonna be our first player into Eastern Palace, it looks like.
Yeah, they have had that big key for a while, but without the bow, not really a way to get all the way to the boss, even in the dark. Gem now finally rotting in that dig spot. We'll see what the other fetch quest brings him. I think that should pretty much be it for the fetch quests, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've really checked everything else. Another heart.
Alright, well.
Going into Mire. But Jim having that fire source will be able to check quite a bit more. By
Yeah.
quite a bit, I mean 2.
I mean, better than 0, right?
It is. Oh,
Yeah.
and fight land molas.
Oh yeah, very true. We can do that as well. I think that's what's gonna happen. Gem at least not yet going back for that big chest. We saw that Quizbowl was there earlier. I think it had 10 arrows in it.
Nothing of consequence, yeah. Hopefully we'll remember to check that. It's pretty common in normal runs to skip that big chest and go hope Land Molas has your last item, and that you don't have to walk all the way back in for the big chest. So it may be a little easy to forget about it if you're doing Land Molas first.
Oh man, these guys protecting that key.
Yeah, what was with this? There's a sword.
Ooh. Quizbowl finding all the swords while Gem is just dodging them all. Okay.
Eastern Palace would have been a good play, early play. That's not bad. We can't use it, but it's not bad.
Yeah, not a bad find at all. Oh, very
nice
ammo.
Yeah. Alright, there's Dungeon 4 done for Gem. Quizbowl is in the dark. About to find something that isn't the lamp.
Alright, there goes the big chest, and then I assume he will start his trip into Mire, as we were saying, which will net him at the very least his first sword upgrade as well. And as we were saying, with the Fire Rod, 2 more chests that might have something great.
I'm thinking the lamp might be a nice palace. Actually, I'm still hoping it's in Turtle Rock. That would be way too funny. And such a jerk move.
Yeah, the Ice Palace play. I mean, with Fire Rod and Bombos now, it will be even more on my mind. But I can understand checking into Mire and Desert first, just finishing off a boss, you know, getting everything out of the way.
I'm still expecting one of these locations to just have the lamp and nothing else, but Quiz is going into Ice Palace. We'll be able to fully clear it, having knowledge of the bomb jump, I suppose. Well, I guess you won't be able to check the big chest, so that doesn't really mean you can full clear it. Maybe it's in here. But more than likely it's not. We know where 2 big keys are. Yeah, we still need those boots, huh?
Yeah, those boots, still on our mind. Boots and lamp is really what we're looking for. The lamp is kind of optional, I guess, but...
Yeah, with that fire rod as accessible as it is, it would stand to reason Jim may not find it at all. We did find our GT big key hint, so that was pretty free.
Yeah. Jim immediately going to the Firelock section, not even bothering with the usual first checks.
I think it makes a lot of sense because you can route in the chest on the right side, right next to the big key chest. You can route that in with all the other ones over there at the same time. So it really only works out in key sanity because you can start with a key. Do you know what causes the wizrobes in this room to sometimes not appear?
I'm really not sure. It feels like they're on like some sort of global timer or something, and if you make it here fast enough, they don't appear, and if you take too long, they will appear.
I always thought it had to do with your movements, but maybe you're right. Jim trying to hookshot the hit tile. There we go. The boots are in Eastern Palace!
Oh my god.
Wow, so Armos Knights has the boots. Okay, because Quizbowl's checked everything else there. Jim's thinking, oh crap, those have been available from the start of the game.
Yeah, he's not feeling very great about that hint.
And he's gonna feel even worse when he goes in there and he doesn't find them.
Yeah, it's gonna be on his mind now, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see him go over there immediately after this. And it's gonna be, yeah, very disappointing. More than once.
So that actually narrows down for Jim where the bow can be by a lot, right? Because Jim knows that you need the lamp to get to Armos Knights, and you need the bow to get to Armos Knights. So all the lamp lock stuff Jim has found, such as the fire rod, most importantly, knows that like none of that will lead to the well, the lamp. I suppose it could lead to the bow in a weird circumstance.
Yeah, It's kind of hard to say. I wouldn't be surprised to find a bow in Ice Palace here, to be honest. Ooh, big key to Thieves Town. Alright, that's another thing that could be.
That is a lot more chests now. Jim finally gets the Master Sword. Turtle Rock seems a little bit likely, considering the stupid item chain that is leading to it. I don't know. Is Jim flying to 5 right now? Yep. Like, I gotta go get the boots, guys. I'm gonna go get the boots. It's not gonna find any boots. Oh, that stinks so much, but this is like anyone would do this, right? Having that hint. Oh, that's super unfortunate. That is the biggest debate, yeah.
Oh man, poor guy. Oh well, I mean, Quizbowl did it all as well without even knowing about the hint, so...
Yeah, that's true. Quizbowl hopping down to Cold Stair, but has to go back up because we need to get the iced tea room chest. And unfortunately, routing in this dungeon is very strange. It's easy to have to walk all this way around again.
Oh man, I really want to be able to listen in on Jem's thoughts right now as he's opening chest after chest in Eastern Palace.
Starting with getting the hint tile is what I'm thinking. There is the bow in Ice Palace.
Oh man. I can only imagine that will be Jem's next destination as well after he's done with this.
Yeah, it would have to be this or Turtle Rock. Quizbowl. Where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go? He won't go into pod. He'll finish Eastern first, right? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe not without the lamp.
I mean, the lamp, I mean, I don't know. I assume they can all do the dark rooms just fine, but I'm not sure if he wants to.
Yeah. Though I think maybe with the bow in hand and not the lamp, the east side of the little right side of pod may be a little more attractive. I'm not sure. I guess they're right next to each other. You can do both of them anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Oh yeah, I guess Quizbowl also has fully clearable Thieves Town as well.
Yeah, true. Now with the Tempered Sword, Cold Stair isn't quite as scary anymore. Still need to be careful. It's down to 1.5 hearts here with green mail.
I think that's death from the falling ice, isn't it?
Might be, yeah. Oh, yes it is. Do we have a fairy for Quizbowl? Yes, we do.
Good. That is not a death you want to take, the Cold Stair.
Oh yeah, that's a very painful death. And with only one spin left on both of these guys, that would have been even worse.
Ooh, Jim said an ice palace, very nice. We'll be able to get the bow and then knows exactly where the boots are.
Yeah, at this point, Jem was probably thinking, geez, that hint. Definitely gonna have to ask him about that after the game.
I'd be really interested to see if Quiz goes and does Armos right now, but it's most likely going to be Thieves Town, yeah.
Yeah, looks like it.
Probably really wants to do Eastern Pod together, and is actually pretty close to being able to do that. Just the pod big and one pod small away. But
that is the sweet bomb strats there.
That bomb placement was absolutely great.
a show off. So the thing is, after Jem is done with Cold Stare here and has his bow, he's probably gonna head right back to Eastern Palace, right? Where does he go next?
I would assume that Jim goes and gets the boots right away. Is what I'm thinking. Before Thieves'
I
Town
would
even.
think so too. And then there's one big key that he can get pretty much instantly, just heading to the Desert Torch. And for the other one, we technically still want the lamp. I'm not sure if either of our runners really want to do Aga Tower in the dark.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the fire rod changes anything or not. I don't know how adept Jim is at doing that one in the dark, with air and without the fire rod. I love slashing that giant guy, the giant spike guy. Like, that doesn't do anything, right? You're not going to get some sort of weird invincibility to go right through it after clinking off of it, are you?
And not that I know of, anyways.
Okay, so people just slash it just for fun because they know they're going to get hit by it. Got it.
I think it might, like, push you a couple of pixels if you clink off of it. Maybe that's why.
Hmm. It saves frames from knockback, apparently. Okay. I always just try to hookshot through it. Or, you know, shooting hookshot downward. Only get it about half the time, but it's funky when it happens. I see. Thank you for the tech wizards in chat who know more about that than I do. The physics of Link.
Link physics.
Yeah.
Alright, Quizbowl coming up on the big chest here in Thieves' Town, and then we're going to be grabbing the maiden.
Small key, huh? Hey, another pod key. That's pretty nice. Quizbowl hasn't even been to pod yet, so that's pretty great. Jim gonna be bomb jumping over to the iced tea room. Gonna be very happy. Or annoyed, I guess, with what he finds there.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say at this point what emotion this will evoke.
Yeah, I don't think Jim's gonna waste any time. He's gonna go right into Eastern Palace next.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will. Those boots, I mean, where else could they be? He has everything he needs now, save for the lamp, which, with that one dark room left, really shouldn't be a problem.
Quiz misses a swing or two on blind, but I don't think there's going to be too much of an issue here. Oh, barely gets away. There we go.
That blind guy sometimes gets him down, no problem. Yet another heart, jeez.
So, what left do we need? Just the pod big key and Meyer big key? Is that it? Because Jim knows where everything else is.
Yeah, I think there's really not very much left at this point.
That was a weird double fanfare on Jim's side.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. That's kind of threw me off.
The item prize pickup and then the full heart refill. I would think those last two keys. I would hope that those last two keys, the big keys on the bonk spots, are both the big keys left needed to finish. Oh, we need a Turtle Rock small key as well. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah, I can't forget about that.
Quizbowl's heading to Turtle Rock?
I'm not sure. I don't know where else he would be headed at this point. If he's up here, it looks like he is.
We're gonna find that lamp we've been alluding to forever.
I mean,
Maybe that'll push him to Eastern Palace. Oh no!
oh. Those guys always trolling.
He's really trying to put off Pod until he finds the big key or something. Which, once he gets there, though, he's gonna find a bunch of stuff. He'll find both rods, and then he'll mirror and find the boots as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a matter of getting down there. Hopefully the lamp will be here, and that'll push him down there.
Yeah, really, he needs to find something to push him that away. And, you know, it might just be... Oh, okay. Already know about that as well. Alright, let's see what Quizbowl can do here. He does have two keys, so the torches on the right side aren't as important as far as progress goes here.
Yeah, with two keys, he can make it all the way to Lazy Bridge if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
That would require skipping the big key chest. I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, that's always a dangerous gamble to make. Alright, here goes Armos and the boots. We already know, Gem already knows.
Here comes the lamp out of Chain Chomp, right? Nope, never mind. Yep, there they are.
Alright, there are our boots and yet another crystal for Gem. Almost done with the crystals at this point.
Yeah, that's true. It might actually, if one of those big keys we find on the torches happens to be the Ice Palace big key, we may very well still see a required big key in GT. So many acronyms.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to keep track of everything. Alright, we're going back into the Dark World and finishing up Thieves Town now, which obviously makes a ton of sense. Interesting that he doesn't immediately grab that key from the Desert Torch, but I guess he's maybe hoping he doesn't need them.
Maybe if he can find the Meyer big key in here first, it'll help. Oh, there's a Turtle Rock small key in the big key chest. So that's number 3.
Okay.
Now, if only Quizbowl had the fire and ice rods. That's pretty funny, because you wouldn't open that unless you had all the keys, right? You would put that one off.
That's I don't know if I like that location for that key.
That's pretty rude. I'd say, I mean, I guess that can put...
Oh my
No,
God,
I don't think that
Pixel.
puts lamp... Oh, did he get it? Nice.
And the key dash, man, just racing through these rooms here, Gemus.
Is there a lamp in Mimic Cave after all that?
Oh man, that will be something.
Still haven't found it yet. Maybe it's in the vanilla big key chest pod. I don't think that's the one chest I don't think Jim checked.
I mean, couldn't it be in the Hera basement?
No, because the fire rod was in a dark room.
Yeah, you're right.
I think this will be the last chest it can be in. Turtle Rock coming up in the roller room.
Yeah, after that is going to be after a dark room. Not too hard to navigate, but a dark room nonetheless. Let's see what Quizbowl finds here, and it's red, but not a lamp.
Man, oh man.
Right,
That's... I'm trying to think of where the stupid lamp is at this time.
yeah, I mean, maybe it's... No, can it be? No, it can't be. Can't be in the bonk rocks.
Right. I think that vanilla big key chest of pod is pretty close to it.
There's really not that much left. I mean, we've checked a lot of locations. A lot of stuff that we've not checked is technically lamp or anything locked that's behind dark rooms, or another item that we found in a dark room.
I remember remember the hint that says there's a unique item in pod, but it sounds like there might be 3. That's excessive, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have to see if anyone goes back into pod and when they do. It kind of depends. I'm guessing if Jim happens to find the pod big key on the desert torch, for example. Alright, that's Thief's Town done.
That was another pod small key that Quizbowl just found there. He doesn't have any magic left and is kind of in a dire situation here. He's gonna get shot if he tries. Well, I mean, you can.
Oh, the beetle is approaching. Oh god.
Stuck in there. Oh no.
Well, that's unfortunate, but I doubt he's gonna go back for that.
Oh man, he was charging his sword too to knock him away, but I guess he lost the charge, and then the guy snuck in there at the exact wrong time. Alright, Quizbowl's not gonna worry about it. He's just gonna bite the bullet and go right into pod, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna find the lamp immediately.
Alright, King's Tomb has nothing. Also, technically lamp locked, so couldn't have been the lamp. Just like the bonk rocks can be, but we'll check them anyway.
Yeah, the only thing Jim's really looking for is, I guess, the last Turtle Rock key. He knows. Has he grabbed any of the big keys yet off torches?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he wants the lamp to do Aghanim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That makes a whole lot of sense. He can't even get the other one without that. Oh, jeez.
He can grab the one off the desert torch relatively easily if he wants to. It's not really, you know,
Oh, wait. He hasn't
conveniently routed.
He hasn't even checked this yet.
He'll find out now. It's very true that only Quizbowl has checked this right at the beginning, so now he'll find out about that big key. And making sure, yep, that is a big key, Jim. Alright, we're fluting. Where are we going? Has Jim been in Mire yet? He has, right?
Yeah, he definitely has. He's grabbing that big key, though.
Mm-hmm.
With any luck, it'll be the Mire key.
Quizbowl grabbing his first rod out of pod here. Oh man, once he finds the fire rod, he's not going to be too happy. Alright, let's see what we can find here. At this point, it's really kind of has to be the pod big key, right? Yeah, well.
Ice Palace. Yes!
Oh boy.
I know where we're going next.
Oh man.
Sorry, that might have been loud. Nope, he's going to Aghanim. Yeah, he sure is.
Yeah, looks like he is going to Aghanim. Doesn't want to go back into ice for that one location.
It makes a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, Agatar Dark is not really a fun place to be, but Jim doesn't care.
With the fire rod, it's probably not all that bad. Jim's probably adept enough with the fire rod to know how to get through here with it. And having to not have to do like a second dip into ice palace. Not ice palace, because that's not where it's going to be. We know it's going to be in pod. Yeah, lamp won't be in ice palace. Never mind. But yeah, it's cool not to have to go find it.
Yeah, and apparently Jim is pretty confident in this, so might as well go.
Honestly, Jim's probably starting to suspect that there's a Turtle Rock key in Turtle Rock and can just go there.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, where else could it realistically be?
Quiz is going to find the lamp, I guess. This is what I'm thinking this is. Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
That means we didn't forget anything.
Yeah, that's good at least.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we did forget something still. Who knows?
Who knows, yeah, but at least the lamp is pretty correct here. Oh man, and Jim running out of light. That hint.
Alright, so this key that we're going to get from the Lumberjack is what? Either Pod or Mire. We have all the other ones.
Yeah.
So it's going to be required. That means we still need to find the other one. I don't know, I'd be kind of annoyed if it was Pod, because if Helmosaur didn't drop the item, I would be really annoyed to have to go all the way back to the big key, or the big chest.
Yeah.
And Jim has that other Pod key. Oh yeah, never mind. He didn't end up wasting it, so he's fine.
Still interesting to think, though, if he didn't open the first door in the middle with the pod key that he had, he could have checked that chest or have 2 keys left over in the end, right?
Yeah. It's such a big time save, though, to open that door, because you don't have to loop around the bow lock side so many times. And I guess you didn't have the bow at that time either.
Here's our first blue ball.
Quizbowl going on to Armos Night. We'll be very happy to find the boots, but might kind of say uh-oh as well, because it's been quite a while.
Yeah, he's also aware of having to do Aga, so I wouldn't be surprised with the lamp in his hands now if that was his next destination right away after grabbing the boots. Oh man, all those blue balls.
So many. Quizbowl getting a little extra spawn there, but luckily had enough hearts for sword beams.
Alright, that's Aga 1 down for Jim.
Alright, we'll go get our key, whatever it is. Yeah, and then I would guess Jim's gonna head to whatever dungeon this is.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
Then after that, probably going to Turtle Rock. Alright, is it Mire or is it Pod? Let's see it, chat.
All right, here we go.
I think I've seen a lot more pods than Myers. About 50-50.
And it is Meyer. So that's definitely where we're fluting right away.
Quizbowl run a little low on arrows there. That's fine. Alright, now has many big keys at his disposal and the knowledge of the big key on the lumberjack ledge. He can go do all of that. So he has his next good number of minutes kind of routed out here. Also has the fire rod, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot more Turtle Rock to do.
Very nice first room of Meyer again for Jim here with a fire rod in hand. We're going to be checking the last two locations, which is the big chest and the boss, of course. Oh, look.
Great. So, wait, hold on just a moment here. Do we know 3, 4, 5, 6? We don't know what dungeon the last crystal is.
No, we're not really 100% sure, I think.
We might be after Jim finishes Meyer, but yeah, so it's still possible for this last pod key, the pod big key, to be in Ganon's tower, or even like the Turtle Rock small key that we're missing.
Alright, Quizbowl grabbing his Ice Palace key. Curious to see if he decides to go back to Ice Palace.
I can't imagine.
I can't either, really, but especially now that he has the lamb, Aga should still be on his mind with those lumberjacks. First, he's going to be killing Lanmo, though. Obviously, a good choice on his.
Yeah, he'll be doing Landmola, Mothula, and Olaf Meyer here very shortly, I think. Nice spooky action from Jin. Clicking up all those pegs that are in his way.
Mm-hmm. Alright, only 15 normal arrows here. We're going to be going for sword spins on the small eyes.
Dope. Oh, barely misses the cycle.
Alright, 8 arrows back to the mirror. And what do we get?
It ain't the pod big key.
But it is our last crystal.
Oh.
Alright, well, in that case, we're most likely going to be doing Turtle Rock into Ganon's Tower. Are we going into Ganon's Tower right away?
It's hard to say, right? Because you can't guarantee there's going to be a Turtle Rock small key in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, very true.
It feels more likely in this situation it might just be in GT. Oh no.
Oh no, the Waffle House.
Oh, barely cannot get off screen to despawn it. There we go.
Alright, Quizbowl now on his way to defeat Aghanim as well. Gonna be grabbing his Meyer key.
Alright, we'll see what Jim decides to do here. We'll open up Turtle Rock, but we'll see if he actually decides to go in or not. It would be pretty convenient for him if
he really wants to gamble on the Turtle Rock Small and the Pod Big Key both being in here, but I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna go in, really. At this point, might as well, right?
Yeah, we're going in.
Alright, we're gonna be seeing at least 2 more chests from Gem than we saw from Quizbowl, having that fire rod while he's in here so he can do the right side of the little entrance hall here.
Oh, that's right. We didn't get to see these yet. Wait, didn't we see these? No.
I don't think we did.
Did we? I almost distinctly remember someone doing... Maybe it was a race I watched earlier.
Maybe we did, and I just had selective amnesia.
We'll find out.
Yeah, Quiz didn't have fire rod. Not really
Right.
not really anything that mattered. Oh, are we leaving already?
It's all he's interested in. We're out of here.
Okay.
It's like, nope, I'm not gambling on any further. We are out of here.
Alright, off to GT. Usually, kind of heralding the end of the seed. Not necessarily this time.
I'm gonna laugh when our pod big key is in like the Swamp Palace big chest or the ice big chest. No, I'm not a Twitch chat person. That's not what I'm gonna hope on these people.
Okay, Jim remembers the silvers, grabs them real quick.
Where are silvers? They're right there. It's amazing. Pretty convenient spot for them to be.
Alright, GT, here we come. Show us what you got. Our 4th bottle.
Quizbowl doing the wonderful fight against Aghanim 1. I can't wait until they go back to 0 blue balls and Aghanim 1. It'll never happen, but man, I miss those days.
Okay. Jim grabbing some magic here. Running kind of low.
Nothing yet, but we've only dipped our toes in.
Plenty of chests left in here, but it's really been a little disappointing so far.
Yeah, why can't we just get all of our keys instantly? This is so... Yeah. Hey, it is a key.
A key.
Is that the last Turtle Rock key?
Yep.
It is. Alright.
Alright. Oh, and Jem is going back?
I
Yep.
like this. I like this a lot. Just gonna be going back and forth here.
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of back and forth. Thankfully gets to activate spin speed on both dungeon stairs, entrance stairs. These Lionels, they're probably thinking, hey, wait, didn't you just pass through here?
Just going back and forth.
What's this guy doing here again?
this makes a lot of sense, just for the fact that he won't have to come back up the mountain to finish the dungeon, but I guess if the pod big key's in here, that's also a pretty big bonus.
Yeah, I mean, if you end up finding the pod big key in here, that would be very nice. If it's not, you can just walk back to the left again and be right back in GT. Yeah, GT, that's correct. If you end up finishing GT, you get flown to the pyramid. Oh man, Jam, be careful. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Jim's still on green mail. These things really hurt.
We do have the powder, though I doubt he'll stop for anything.
You're a powder doubter.
I mean, for Jam, I kind of am. I don't think I've ever seen him powder an anti-fairy, but we'll see. Decides to grab some arrows, which is very good game knowledge there.
Oh yeah,
Is he
the
gonna-
blue mail was here, wasn't it? It was on Laser Bridge. That's the one Quizbowl got.
Oh yeah, probably.
There you go. You've seen the impossible.
Oh, he did it. Wow.
Powder the fairy.
I'm amazed. He's not grabbing a key for a key. Can't really blame him, but...
Funny. Considering we know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice spin.
1-to-1 key locks are still possible in Key Sanity, though they're a lot rarer. It's definitely still a thing.
Gonna pay a visit to the Mimic Cave a second time for us watchers. Obviously the first time for Gem. And Quizbowl must be heading into Skull Woods.
The Swamp Woods.
The Swampy Woods. I see SW on the tracker and I read Swamp. That's how my head works.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I do like how Jim is one of the few people I see actually knock down that third peg there so they can dash out immediately instead of having to walk around. It's just a small thing I don't see a lot of people do too often.
Mm-hmm. Alright, a compass nobody cares about. Still useless even in Key Sanity. Though I do like the little counter, I have to say.
The little compass counter?
Mm-hmm.
It's not all that useful, but it's a cute touch, I see, yes. Oh no, Quizbowl walks right into the hand. The pot ended up taking a hit by the beetle instead of the hand. Do you usually see a lot of lampless Key Sanities, all dungeons?
Not really, to be honest.
There's so many extra chests you have to check. You feel like, man, I gotta find this lamp at some point, but
I mean, I think at this point Jen probably has a pretty good idea that he's never gonna grab the lamp.
oh, he probably knows exactly where it is at this point, I would imagine.
There's another pot. Small key, not a big key, as we were hoping for. There's a full heart, and...
Yeah, we didn't get to see this one.
Oh, man.
Oh, poor Quizbowl.
Oh, man. Alright, well, I mean, that's go mode pretty much for Gem, isn't it?
That's it, yeah. As long as he can do Palace of Darkness in the dark, which I can... I think Jim can do. That figures so much. Aw, jeez.
Well, I mean, that means we're finishing up this little guy here, Trinax, and then we're gonna go back to GT, walk from the pyramid right over to Pod, and then just go back and, you know, finish up Ganon, and there we go.
Whoa, almost gets knocked back into the hand. Nice try next from Jim. See how Quiz does on Mothula. Having the Tempered Sword, not gonna have to worry about using hammer strats. Alright. Boss kills. One after another. No issues. There goes the moth. And Jim is heading back into Gan's tower, I hope. Yeah. We have to go back there.
Yep,
We gotta go back there.
got some unfinished business over there. Lionel's, hello. Once more.
That was pretty slick. I like that. Finding the Turtle Rock key there and just dipping out and going to go finish it. I was not expecting the Pod Big Key to be there. That was way too funny.
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's something for sure.
Of all the places, it was just there.
Alright, Quizbowl. Dipping back into Mire after finally grabbing his Mire key and also finishing off Aga.
Quizbowl not? Okay, yeah, he is. Gotta go check out the big chest over here. Midway up the gauntlet. It's a nice Zizak room. I couldn't even bear to watch the stupid Stalfos room. I'm only gonna imagine the Stalfos kicked his butt because that's the worst room in the game.
Yeah, those Stalfos, man. With the conveyor belts on top of it, just horrible.
See if we can land these 3 silver arrow shots in land mole 2. Oh, I like that timing setup.
Yeah,
Did
very
you see
nice.
that?
One bonk, one sword slash, and then you fire off your arrows.
God, I might practice that one. That room can be a little weird for me because of I don't know. I feel like the lag is variable. It's probably wrong.
It definitely is. Very nicely done. Grabs the fairy on top of everything.
He's about to get his boots hand. I wonder if he'll think anything of it,
Probably not.
considering he didn't get nearly as baited as Jim did.
Jim's gonna have to grab that magic refill here.
I want to say Jim has a blue potion. I'm not actually sure. I think he bought some earlier.
Yeah, I think he still has some potions left. Probably doesn't want to waste them on just the torches here. Alright, Quizbowl on his way to Vitreous. Gem just about to face Moldorm 2.
There we go. Nothing to it. Gets right on the edge. Nothing we need out of there. Let's go fight Ganon. Except, wait, we still have to do pod.
Still one little dungeon left. It's not every day that you see Aga 2 before Helmasaur.
Yeah, it's just one of those quirks of Keysanity in all dungeons that game does guarantee everything is gettable and completable, but not exactly the most convenient. Was that a triple? I think it was.
Might have only counted as a double, but all 3 of them at least hit, unlike those.
Oh yeah, it was like right in front of it. Holy cow, that was a tight
damn.
window for that one.
That was very nicely done. So 303. Interesting little pattern there for Jim. And instead of falling down that big hole that the bat's gonna make, we're just gonna walk around it and make our way to the east just a couple of screens. Or we can just bonk over it, I guess, if you're show-offs.
With
Jeez.
style. Yeah. I guess I've never had a reason to do that. I guess. I don't know. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, I've never thought about that, but obviously it works. Alright, Quizbowl finishes up his Misery Mire. Now the question is, what does he do? He only has that one chest on the laser bridge left, and obviously Trinex.
Well, he should know he has all the crystals now, so I would hope GT is on the mind.
Yeah, definitely on his mind, I would say.
I'd be really interested to see if he makes the same thing that Jim does, getting the key on the torch and then just bailing. And see what he missed out on. Jim. Okay, there you go. Grabbing sword beams to make the switch flipping over here a little easier. Making it flipping easier. Oh,
barely.
Well, I think he wanted it for this next room coming up instead of that one, but that's pretty funny. Quizbowl taking the long way around wants to grab the silver arrows first.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about that. Gem's still in the dark here.
I mean, he's got to know where the lamp is by this time, right? I would guess.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not that many places left. Oh, and Quizbowl controlled here once again. Alright, Gem drinking a blue potion just to make sure. Trying to hit that torch. There we go. Well, gets almost all of the turtles in one hammer swing thanks to that. Alright, Quiz is going back into Turtle Rock, which, you know, if he makes it all the way back to Laser Bridge and picks up that last chest.
Oh no, I hope he doesn't go to pod.
He might.
He won't find the Turtle Rock key there. Oh no.
He might just pick up that last chest to be sure. I guess these chests are left for him as well, so he has a couple of more things left to check in here. Didn't quite have the fire out yet when he came in here the first time.
Great.
Okay, thanks a lot.
That's what I wanted.
Okay, we're going to Turtle Rock. GT, rather. Oh, maybe not.
Oh, never
We
mind.
are going to Turtle Rock.
Oh no, he's gonna go all the way down there. No, oh, Fool Magic. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that's a good choice. Alright, Gem saving Quinny to the pyramid, by far the quickest way to get back here.
Alright, we are at Ganon. Is there a picture of that biggest cheese?
Maybe.
I want to check now on Google. Maybe I'll do it
Biggest
after the race. Nice dash strats right here. Gonna be able to get all this without any sort of danger, except getting hit. That's kind of a danger. Getting hit twice kind of stinks too. Gem on green mail, still one hit away from death. But I think all this blue potions. Oh, look how close that is.
Yeah, I would personally drink a potion, but I guess Gem is pretty confident in his ability to make it through here. wasting some of his arrows. He doesn't have that many left, but, you know, only needs 4 in theory.
I should be watching this Ganon fight, but someone linked the picture of the cheese.
Oh, man.
No, I'm sorry, Ganon fight. Alright, Jim is on the last phase again. I got 1 hit in there. About to land the second, if I'm counting correctly. These are some terrible warp points. They're not even allowing for a double hit at all.
Yeah. Alright, needs to wait for 1 more teleport, and...
that little dash poke.
Alright, looks like we're good. The Quizbowl holding on to the wall here until the bunny beam finally disappears. Grab some bombs out of the tile room. GG to Jim.
Yeah,
Finish this up.
congratulations.
First place. Official SRL time of 2 hours 5 minutes and 44 seconds. So GG to him. We'll see if he will join us for a post-game interview or not. We do have a double header here, so the second game for these two guys will be starting after just a little bit of a break. Of course, only once they're both done with the first one.
We'll see if Jim wants to join us. Jim, the big cheese.
The biggest cheese.
Alright, Quizbowl about to get to the left side of GT. Gonna be getting that last Turtle Rock key. And we'll see what he decides to do then.
Alright, there it is, riding the torch. Are we leaving? Turn rock small key. Nope, we're going on.
Well, okay. I guess he's just gambling on the pod key being here as well, which that kind of stinks. It's not obvious what the correct play is here, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't really blame him for continuing on, you know.
Yeah. It's hard to say, because the time you would lose going to Turtle Rock and it not being there is really just the time to walk back and forth, because you're going to be walking back and forth anyway, though, right? Because you have to... You're going to finish TR, right? You're going to finish Turtle Rock before finishing this dungeon.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to go back and forth anyway, I guess. So maybe it was the correct play anyway, even if the pod bid key happens to be here.
Yeah, that's true.
It's weird to think about on the fly, because that's not something you usually do.
Yeah, he might also, you know, if you're not kind of used to the weirdness of all dungeons key sanity, you might also not be thinking about this ending him up on the pyramid instead of, you know, just walking out of the dungeon once he's done like you do with every other dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
So he might just be thinking, well, I guess since I'm in here already, might as well finish everything up and then just walk back over to Turtle Rock, which is unfortunately not quite how it works.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah. Something you're gonna have to do anyway. Before we're going upstairs. Don't go upstairs first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a game 2 scheduled for both these racers that will be not too long after this one's over, I think. Let me check the schedule just to get a proper time, though it might not be proper considering we'll have to... It'll be a little different based on whenever they finish here. Well, the schedule says about 40 minutes from now.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, we're obviously letting Quizbowl finish this one out if he so chooses to. He hasn't forfeit or anything, so he definitely wants to finish it out, which is totally fine. And then we might take a short little break, let these guys catch their breath. Let me get something new to drink, stuff like that. And then we'll be continuing on probably pretty quickly.
So it seemed like Quizbowl did not get to check the rando room. You might actually go back and check that before doing Turtle Rock. Yeah, he's going back. Oh no. Must not like using the boots to bonk in this room. It's a little weird because you're not going the standard way, you're just going straight down and not coming from the top like usual.
Yeah. Alright. Quizbowl going back into the rando room here.
We'll see what this is for real. Maybe the other armor's in here. Well,
Oh, there's our laser shield. Does that maybe make him go?
okay, that's good. He
Seems
is gonna
like it.
good. He is gonna go before heading upstairs. GT. I like that. Oh no!
Oh no.
He's got to go all the way around. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh well, better than having to climb the mountain again to hit into the Turtle Rock after
Yeah,
doing
very
GT, I
true.
guess. So we're not sure if Jim's going to be joining us for an interview. Might just wait until the second race finishes before getting them both in to chat about stuff.
Yeah, it seems like that's
I-
what's going to happen.
I really wanted to ask Jim how baited he felt after those boots. I really do, but that's fine. I can ask him elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to save that question, I guess, for later on if he does show up for an interview afterwards.
That's right. Stay tuned for Herfy commentating the second race as well.
Yeah, we're going to be joined by Korek as far as I'm aware. But first, we got this race to finish up. Quizbowl now heading back into Turtle Rock, as we can see in the little compass counter up on top. There's only 2 places left, and that is going to be... Oh, man. That's unfortunate.
I think that was a lose-lose situation there. It's scary to swing and hit those guys because if they zap, you're gonna fall off. But if you just run into them, you're not gonna fall off. But I feel like that platform was so close to the destination that you wouldn't have walked into it anymore. You would have gotten hit and fallen off anyway.
Yeah, that was... I don't think he could have really done anything there. At least not that I know.
I wonder how he's gonna feel after getting the pod big key down here.
Yeah.
He was so close, and if he had used this blue potion, he could have gotten it too.
Yeah, that would have saved him a lot of time.
Oh, nice fairy drop there. Yeah, Quizbowl's already done most of this, so Turtle Rock is much faster when you're going through a second time. A lot of the time sinks in Turtle Rock is going off on the little branches to where the items are, but when you don't have to do that, it's much faster.
Yeah, if you've already been through here once, you can basically just beeline to the end. It makes it, a little less annoying still. Not exactly a pleasant trip, I would say.
As long as he remembers he left one thing down here. Oh my gosh!
Okay. Oh man, there it is.
Man. So close, I can't believe it. That's super unfortunate, but Rando will be Rando, I guess.
Yeah, not really a lot to be done there.
Ooh, he almost jumped right off there. Platform wasn't almost fully spawned yet.
Alright, with half magic and tempered sword.
I think Trinex kicked him.
Yeah, Trinex is not giving Quizbowl an easy time here, but there we go. One more snap from the middle head, and we can finally get rid of the shell.
There we go. Alright, Quizbowl's gonna take another jaunt toward the GT. Gonna go upstairs, finish that off. Then go finally take another crack at Palace of Darkness.
Yep, there we go with a blue pendant for us. And now, as you were saying, back into GT, back to pod, just what we saw from Gem as well.
And I don't see people take the top here to push that block too often.
Yeah,
I don't think it's faster. I guess it gets you some extra magic drops.
to be honest, I've never really personally thought about it.
I also need to figure out the consistent dash setup for this room. It looks pretty nice, though. I don't know how consistent it is, really.
Yeah, I really have no idea about that. I always need to stop very shortly after starting to dash.
I used to like doing that too, shooting the silver arrow to the left to try to catch that stall post, but man, it just lags everything else so much. You trying to get away? There we go.
Nice, has X. Hiding behind the BMOs is always kind of unfair.
I can't believe they put them on conveyor belts.
Yeah, I mean, for the last dungeon, you know, gotta get everything in there.
Not too bad.
Yeah, nicely done. Alright, coming up. Oh, man. As soon as I open my mouth. Coming up on the torch room now, we are. Waiting out that door closing jingle just to make sure to not despawn the top of a GT.
Nothing needed in this last chest. No need to check them. Only thing I possibly want at this point is the gold sword, but it's not really all that amazing anyway. I don't know why
Yeah.
gold would be stronger. It's always weird in these fantasy games that gold is like super strong compared to, I don't know, steel.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably not just gold. It's probably some special thing that kind of just happens to look like gold.
It's the gold-plated sword.
Mm-hmm. That room. Once you lose control here, it can be so terrible.
That was
Alright.
close.
Yeah, almost.
Only got one, unfortunately, but it was pretty close to 3.
There we go. Alright,
But
so that
wait.
means... Yeah,
I was
exactly.
gonna say, but wait, we're not going to Ganon yet. One more last order of business to attend to in the Palace of Dorkness. Quizbowl, we're gonna take a flight over there, I guess.
Yeah, seems like it. Not a terrible idea.
The times are probably pretty close from running from Pyramid and flying over here. I'm not sure which is fast. I would imagine the Pyramid is just slightly faster, but it's probably not too significant.
Alright, back in the pod. Probably just straight up to Helmasaur, so that shouldn't be too bad either. It's a bit of a walk, but it's not awful.
Yeah, shoutouts to Quizbowl for sticking this through. I'm actually really happy that he is. Even especially since he has another race immediately after this.
Yeah, definitely shoutouts to him. That's not something that everyone can do, especially if you've booked a doubleheader, as you were saying. It's not uncommon to see the loser of the first race go, alright, I'm just forfeiting right when you're done, and then we can just jump into the second one right away.
Mhm.
But nope, both of these guys really want to play out their seats. Props to them. Alright, Quizbowl going to have a significantly easier time on that turtle room, thanks to the lamp.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our one racer to actually find the lamp here. Quizbowl may have lost the race, but at least he can see his way through the palace.
Alright, 17 hammerhead. Almost are starting out with a fireball, kind of annoying, but what you gonna do?
Alright, there's our last dungeon down. Save and quit. It'll take us right into the Ganon again. Alright, Tempered Sword again, and let's go. Luckily, we did pick up those silver arrows. Luckily, yeah, both runners knew where they were very, very quickly. Nice teleport spot.
Oh man, gets bumped in the butt there by the trident. Alright, using one of those blue potions.
That's fine. Better to stay alive.
Absolutely. Alright, so that's the hard phase is done. We're gonna deal with a couple of teleports. Yep, we sure did find the arrows.
Hello, Ganon. Hello, how are you?
Okay, whew, that was a little close. Alright, one more silver arrow after this. We're gonna be waiting for the. Ooh, oh no.
That was super close. He almost got out of there, too.
Yeah. Oh man, unfortunate.
luckily knows about the emergency fairy from the tree there.
All right, one more time. All right, that should definitely be enough.
Down to 3
Gonna be-
hearts.
Yeah, gonna be drinking another one of his blues. All right, here we go. Phase 3.
Yeah, just the answer thing in chat there. Even if you end up defeating Ganon and falling afterwards, he still reappears. So falling super bad, it restarts you back to the very start, no matter how far you were.
Mm-hmm.
It's the torch glitch in a nice position. Might be able to hit a double here. There you go.
Very nice teleport there as well. Oh, almost. Last hit, man. There we go. All right.
And congratulations to Quizbowl for sticking it out. I'm sure
Yeah,
everyone-
very nicely done.
I'm sure everyone is appreciative for him finishing out.
GG, he has an official SRL time of 2 hours, 32 minutes, and 29 seconds. As we said earlier, this is going to be a double header, so the next game will be right back on the same channel here in approximately 17 minutes.
Yeah, so go take a break, go use your restroom, get your snacks and stuff, and come back for game. Is it game 2 between these two?
Yeah, I believe it's game 2, which will be Quizbowl's choice, which I believe is just a normal standard randomizer. No fancy modes, no all dungeons.
Yeah,
Just a rando that we all know and love.
there you go. All right, so I guess Harvey, you'll be sticking around for that one, but for myself, I think I am going to head out. So thank you. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely thanks to you, and thanks to OSS Geek, our tracker, as well. I'm not sure if he's sticking around, but thanks, Mikan, for commentating this with me. It was fun as always.
Yeah. You all have a good day. I will see you in chat for the next race.
And I'm going to take a short little break too, and we'll be seeing you guys in about 15 minutes.